In our previous video, we saw how we could create our first web page on a PC. In this video, we are going to consider how we can add structural markup, how we can add tags or elements that we can use to describe both the headings and paragraphs. So I'm just going to open this with Notepad. So that was what we did in the previous video. So we open with Notepad. So I'm going to save this as structural markup.html. Structural markup.html. So this was what we do. Let me zoom in so that you can see very well. So this was what we did in the previous video. So the heading H1 is a structural markup. So H1 is the main heading, H2 is the subheading. So this will be the subheading of the page, and this will be the main heading. If there are still more subheadings after this, the H2, we use H3 to divide that section. So H3, then we have H4. So H3 is a level 3 subheading, H4 is a level 4 subheading, H5 is a level 5 subheading, up to level 6. Now let's save this and open with Google Chrome and see. So we can see this is how the headings are appearing from largest to the least. Let me add a list, which is the H6, the level 6 subheading. So you see that the contents of the size of the contents decreases from the largest H1 to the least H6. We'll also look at how we can use CSS to control the size, the color in a different video. So now let's talk about the paragraph. So we know that a paragraph has different sentences. So a paragraph can have 2 or more sentences, 1 or more sentences. So we use the P tag, the opening and closing P tag for paragraphs. So let's get more paragraph. So to get another paragraph, you use the opening and closing P tag as well. So this is the second paragraph. The second paragraph, which also contains so many sentences. Then we have the last or the third paragraph here, also in a different opening and closing P tag. Now when we open this, we see how it appears. Let's add more content. By default, realize that the browser inserts a space between the paragraphs, and each new paragraph is starting on a new line. As we can see, each new paragraph is starting on a new line. Now we can further mark up this text on this web page. Whereas we want to bolden this one, we use the B tag, and we also want to italicize this phrase, we use the I tag, opening and closing I tag. We can also use superscript and subscript. So we want to do a superscript here. So let's copy that. We can also do a subscript. Let's say this is the S of nth sentence. S subscript nth sentence. So we use subscript, opening and closing tag. Now let's view this and see how it will appear. So we can see the bolding word, the italicized word, the superscript, and we can also see the subscript. So that is how we can mark up the page. Now we can also insert line breaks and also rule a horizontal line. So we use the R tag for horizontal line and the BR tag for line breaks. So we want to insert line breaks at different points. Now we can see that when we open this, the horizontal line is ruled here. Then we can also see the line breaks inserted. In our next video, we are going to consider how we can add semantic markup like acronyms, among others, to a web page. See you in the next video.